From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, fire crews in Otago are battling a large vegetation fire from both the ground and air, with 6 helicopters trying to contain it. It began as an out-of-control burn-off in Waitaki yesterday, but has spread to 400 hectares of farmland, tussock and scrub due to high wind. It's not controlled or contained. Winds are forecast to gust up to 100 kilometres per hour today, which is likely to hamper efforts. Calls for more national support after the 5th homicide investigation launched in Auckland in just a month. Most recently on Thursday, a man died after a fatal shooting in Grey Lynn. Waitemata councillor Mike Lee says this violent behaviour is concerning for both Auckland and wider New Zealand.
The key driver of this problem is organised crime and the smuggling in of firearms into the country.
Māori wards will be sticking around in the Far North until at least next year's local elections. The Far North District Council voted unanimously to keep them until the binding referendum, which every council will go through, is held. Councils had until 5 p.m. yesterday to make a decision on whether to get rid of them or keep them until then. Councillor Penitawi Kleskovic says he wants to see a big turnout in support of the wards.
These laws are on our side, but they're not enough on their own. We need to stand up, speak out, and take action to protect what is ours.
Batten down the hatches. It's a gusty outlook for most of the country today, with strong wind warnings in place from Napier to Invercargill. Met Services' Dan Corrigan says the weather is typical for this time of year.
Those strong winds we see particularly often in springtime when there's a large difference between the sea surface temperatures in the tropics and then down in the poles.
There are also road snowfall warnings in the lower South Island, including on Milford and the Crown Range Road. That's news. In sport, Black Ferns legend Kendra Coxedge is preparing herself for one last dance. Coxedge, who wound down her international career after the World Cup win in 2022, has been lured to play for the Barbarians. They'll meet the Springboks women tomorrow morning in Cape Town before the All Blacks test. Coxedge says it's not a comeback.
I am still retired. I just had an opportunity to come and have a run around with the Barbarians, and it would be silly to say no. Great group of people. We came in on Monday, players all around the world, players that have played legends of the game, so it's pretty cool.
World number 1 Yannick Sinner has booked his spot in the men's US Open tennis final after a straight sets win over Great Britain's Jack Draper. The Italian will take on an American in the final, either Francis Tiafoe or Taylor Fritz. That's sport. I'm Sandy Hodge.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.